So the Rumble happened. 2021 Royal Rumble is in the bag. The first Rumble 2021 is in the bag. So I thought this show was, I thought it was a good show. Um, the right guys and girls went over. Um, you had the right winners, even though at the end they were complaining about the whole Edge thing, but I'm going to get into that later on. We started off with a pre-show match. It was Nia Jax and Charlotte and Asuka for the women's tag team titles. Nia Jax and Asuka get the win. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler get the win. I didn't see this match, but they won that match. Then we get on to the main match of the night. Drew McIntyre, once again, like he did when he ended 2020, is the curtain jerker once more with Bill Goldberg. And a lot of people, including myself, was worried about, is Goldberg gonna do Goldberg and just spear 1, 2, 3, get the win? Well, he put over Drew McIntyre clean. Well, clean as you're gonna get it from Goldberg. It was your typical Goldberg match. Drew went over, but I actually liked how they brought outside. So you actually stretched the match out a bit longer than it would normally be. Drew got the win, and basically Goldberg raised his hand. But even Drew doesn't get a semi-main event for the pay-per-view. He's still playing the curtain jerker. Like he's been, it just proves that Roman is right. Like he is a second-rate champion. Now, is Drew gonna face Edge at WrestleMania? I don't know, but we're gonna talk about that later on. Then we have Sasha versus Carmella for the women's title. This is a good, solid women's match. Probably should have gone on first, to be honest. But Sasha gets the win, and this manager Carmella has, he gets kicked out of ringside for no reason because Sasha actually beats up Carmella's manager. Like, the woman was abusing them. Like, she was attacking the man. Like, he wasn't attacking her. Like, I understand if the manager, like, Carmella's manager was attacking Sasha, but it was the other way around. So why does the man have to go backstage? Like, why did he get kicked out for interference? And I don't want to be like feminist or anything like that, but really, it was a little minor thing. You didn't have to have. Sasha wins with the back statement for the win, and then Carmella, like I said in my taker video, she botched this fucking suicide dive, and this is what I come back to on my taker video, is that these wrestlers, guys and girls, need to go down to the PC and actually work on their craft and work on how to sell more, and actually stop fucking being so stiff in the ring and stop botching so many times. And including here with Carmella, she botches a suicide dive, which could have been a lot worse, but it wasn't. Sasha gets the win, and she retains the title, obviously building up for what's going to happen next. We have the women's Royal Rumble, and in my opinion, the star of this Rumble was actually Billie Kay. Billie Kay actually, because she was in that kind of spot, that whole goofy, I'm not going in the Rumble spot, the coward chicken shit heel kind of thing, but she made it work. And Jillian Hall came out, which I didn't even expect that she was going to be in the Rumble. So that was a nice return to see her in the Rumble again. And her and Billie Kay was trying to work together, so Billie Kay turned on her and eliminated her. And then we have Victoria come out. She wasn't that good in the ring, but obviously she's retired recently, so I can expect that. And Tori Wilson came out, and yeah, so those are the returns you had. And then we have the end. We have Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley, and I thought maybe WWE was going to do Charlotte Flair was going to win the match, but luckily, sense prevailed, and we're going to have Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks at WrestleMania. And then she did a little promo after the match saying that she's been wanting to win the Royal Rumble and stuff like that. But why did she have to cry in this moment? I know it's a big moment for her and stuff, but like you could have saved that for WrestleMania when you've actually won the title. You didn't win a title by winning the Rumble. But overall, the match was good, and I really enjoyed it. The third match tonight was Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. This was a really good last man standing match, but the whole thing when Kevin Owens was on the forklift and he wasn't selling, the whole thing with Kevin Owens and jumping off the forklift thing. That was kind of weird. Why didn't you sell it more? Like they were selling when they was trying to get up more and like they was more tired and the fatigue is gone, but they should have maybe sold a bit more in the match as well. Especially Kevin Owens, like he's getting up straight after jumping off a forklift. In reality, wouldn't you be laid down for about 5 to 10 minutes at least, instead of just getting straight back up again? Like you're trying to extend people's belief, but you're not really, because with this whole selling thing, it's not working. But Roman Reigns gets when the Tribal Chief does it again. He finds a way to win this match, and this is why he's the head on the table. He said, "I'm not letting Kevin Owens win my belt. Okay, I'm not gonna go on. You know, I was a semi-main event, but the fact of the matter is, I actually got the job done." So there he is with the botched handcuffs, spot which Paul Heyman couldn't actually undo the handcuffs. So the Tribal Chief did what he could. He's like, I couldn't get out the handcuffs, so he used a bit of sense, and he's like, that's right. Take out the referee, and he found a way to unhack himself. The referee got back up again, and Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns issued still the Universal Champion. But yeah, it was a real good match, apart from the whole selling thing and stuff like that. Then we had the Royal Rumble match. It was Edge and Randy Orton starting off at 1 and 2 women's piece. It was supposed to be Orton at 1, Edge at 2, but they switched it up as Edge as 1, Orton as 2. But if you're gonna do that on the Fox channel, wouldn't you follow it up on the main show? Like instead of having Edge at 1 and Orton at 2, have Orton at 1 like originally, and then Edge at 2. It's just a little minor thing. But if you're gonna stick to a stipulation of them entering first, stick to actually having Orton as number 1, Edge as number 2. But he had some good returns in this match. Christian came out, which I thought was a good reaction for Christian. You know, he looked pretty good in the ring. Hurricane, he had his little cameo. Kane come in and got rid of Dolph Ziggler. Fuck Dolph Ziggler. And then we had, basically Randy Orton was injured most of the match because Edge and him were brawling in the middle of the match. So obviously he was injured. Carlito came out. Obviously he didn't do the whole Apple thing because of the COVID at the minute, so he didn't do that. So it's nice to see Carlito, and he was in better shape than he was when he was in his last run in WWE. Like he got pretty good in shape. Then we get to the final 4, so it's Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Edge, and Christian. So Edge and Seth Rollins and Christian eliminate Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman. Then Christian gets eliminated by Seth Rollins, and Edge eliminates Seth Rollins. Then Edge has won the match, but Randy Orton comes in, RKO's Edge, and he's like, "I'm not having you win this match." He tries to throw him over the top rope. Edge throws him over the top rope, and Edge is a 2-time Royal Rumble winner. 11 years after he won the last one, and I know people are complaining about, "Oh my God, Edge just won a Rumble. He's a 40-year-old guy." But listen guys, he is one of the best wrestlers you can have right now. He's a part-timer, because if you look at Brock Lesnar and you look at Goldberg, they cannot go like an Edge can, who can actually still go in the ring, who's actually still an actual draw in your company, something that Vince McMahon doesn't have. And people saying, "Oh, Daniel Bryan should have won the Rumble." Maybe so, Daniel Bryan or AJ Styles, I wanted him to win, but if you want star power at WrestleMania, which is something that WWE don't have, they need people like Edge and Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, which it hurts me a lot, because these full-time guys should obviously get the main focus in. They should be the guys that should be built up and stuff like that, but they're not really big stars, to be honest. If I'm being honest, they're not, because you look at the likes of AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, apart from those guys, who else was going to win that Rumble? Maybe Braun Strowman as like a surprise, but he came back on SmackDown. Like, it would have meant more if Braun Strowman came out tonight, well, last night at the Rumble, and actually won the thing, instead of like you totally ruined the whole return of Braun Strowman just so you could pop it on free television. Like, you could have done more. Like, do these guys in the WWE now want to care about their network? Like, I know you're going to the Peacock, but guys, you know, actually have some people care about your network, instead of actually going, "Oh, here's a free trial of this, here's a free trial of that," because nobody cares about the network. But in my opinion, having Edge win Rumble, I was fine with him winning the Rumble. I mean, it's a good redemption storyline. He's obviously, most of last year he was injured, so he was only part of the Rumble, and then 2 pay-per-view matches after that, 3, and then he got injured. and then he's come back again, and he's finally gonna end his career on his terms. Something he couldn't do at WrestleMania 27, which is end his career on his terms. And it looks like, in my opinion, maybe he's gonna do Roman Reigns, but I think Roman Reigns versus Edge is gonna be a way better feud than Edge and Drew McIntyre. But we'll have to wait and see what happens on Raw tonight. But in my opinion, I'll give the Royal Rumble like a 9 out of 10 for a rating. Overall, I thought it was a good show. And yeah, leave your thoughts, guys, in the comments. Peace.